business is good. This from business.
Start it because I got a funny story. I got a really funny story. Okay, so what did you say about your business?
My hair's from business.
Your hair is your business. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a little bit of a funny story, unrelated to our relationship, whatever. You know, when I was a kid, my mom always called my private parts my business. True story. So I was like, okay. And, when you're a kid, you do certain things and be like, oh, my business hurts. My business hurts. And she's okay, it's fine. So, I'm 4 or 5 years old and, we're at a family get together and, my dad's talking to other guys and he's like, so how's your business doing? Oh, my business is great. How's your business? I'll tell you, I was one confused kid. I'm like, what are all these guys talking about their private parts? So,
That's it.
anyways, just want to throw that. You may want to, clip that, but that was a funny story.
This is a good.
So, anyways, this thing scares the hell out of me, but I will continue.
No, he does a lot of parts. We didn't keep a lot of this, but.
But your hair is your business, huh?
Boom.
You got a lot of hair there.
I know.
Oh. That's good.
So what we'll do is what I normally do, but that was more fun. I start out. Hello, welcome back to the Sandy Hahn podcast. This is episode 58.
58. Wow.
Holy shit. Wow.
Yeah, that's fantastic, Sandy.
And and we got a bunch more coming this week, more guests, and it's going to be so cool. So we'll talk about some more of that. But a few things before we get started. Main thing is the fundraiser. Everything's up. It just went live the other day as far as you can buy tickets. There's regular tickets, there's sponsorship levels. 40.
What's the date on that, Sandy? Because I don't even know.
August 25th.
Okay. All right.
August 25th. It's going to be quite a party. So looking forward to that. So again, it's everything's going and website's up. You can buy tickets. So hopefully you'll be able to come. It's going to be quite a party. So a few other things. Let's just dive in. We've been trying to have. We'll get it done. My old hood, Jefferson Way, Washington Way, all the fellows that.
Great guys.
Great guys that I've known for 20, 30 years now. So we moved into that neighborhood in 1999. And so we're gonna have Kenny back as long and with the other guys too in different groups. It's just been struggle trying to get everyone together.
Sure.
The schedules.
Looking forward to that.
Is natural, but it'll happen. So for now, since Ken was nice enough to buy me lunch at Fratello's, which is quite lovely. And then he decided he would come by. He didn't want to do this, but he's doing it, and I appreciate it. So, Kenny Slaght.
Yeah. Good
cheers.
seeing you. You look great.
Thank
Sandy.
you. So do you.
Yeah. I mean, you are really. I saw you in February, and that's about when you turned the corner. You said, I feel fantastic, and I honest to God, I think you have, I'd say one notch up in terms of improvement from February, and that's fantastic because, as we all know, there were some months that were touch and go there, and, I'm glad to see you
A lot of bad months.
out and about.
A bad year, but I appreciate you always being someone who always checked it
Absolutely,
on me
yeah.
and texting and offering to do stuff, which is great. So yes, it was February. We were actually looking at it.
22nd, February 22nd.
An old, last time we had lunch together,
Yep.
right?
Yep. Which
At
shame
Fratello.
on us.
At
Shame on us.
Fratello's.
Yeah, at Fratello's.
And that was when I was really first started coming back to life.
Yeah, you were Yeah, we had fun that night.
And since then, things have just gotten better. I'm feeling better. I'm working out better, sleeping better.
And you're meditating, right? I mean, let's
Uh,
throw that out there because
medita-
I mean, you've got me kind of convinced that may
oh,
be something.
it's absolutely what saved my life. It brought me back. I'll never stop talking about it. It's and I'm looking for. I want to try and go to another Dr. Joe Dispenza event soon. So hopefully that'll happen. But and since that day, or up till now, I mean, everything's better. Moving better, talking better, golfing, and that's been something that's amazing. What's happened? What?
Little interruption here.
That's funny when I
Well,
have.
yeah.
That was my friend Ted Sarko. Hey,
Oh, is that Sarko?
Hey, boy,
Oh, dear God.
give me that voice.
Imagine that.
That voice. What's the way? He's got a unmistakable voice.
And his hand's like
Yeah,
bigger than
he's
Bigfoot's
got
hand.
his fingers like
Yeah,
bratwurst.
they're ridiculous.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, but he's one of a kind. But yeah, the
Should
golf.
say that again.
There's a lot of stories. But the golf, what's happened? It's really been amazing the last few weeks. From not thinking I was ever going to golf or do anything really, to now I played golf this past week. Tyler was out there recording it. And thank you to Aaron Lowe and Dark Crumbling for hooking us up and him getting me out.
Great guy.
Yeah, and that's going to be, that's going to be a podcast before this one. But anyway, it was so cool, and it's evolved now to where I've actually got another cart that I bought. It's in Columbus, and that'll be coming back here. And excited to. I'm going to have to do another podcast on that because I'm telling you, I'm going to do so much better than that. Because while the other, I looked like Hannibal Lecter in that thing. Seriously, it was difficult to swing. Sorry, this is my wine. I couldn't. I was very restricted, and because the chest strap, and I even told Aaron if I did it again,
I kept having to adjust it in the video.
This one, the top one, it's restrictive, so I had no shoulder turn. I was just like I was swatting.
Yeah, you were all arms.
With all arms.
Yeah,
and that was honestly frustrating. But so I told him if I had done that, use that card again, I wouldn't use the chest strap.
Yeah,
so I could
a little freer
lean forward. And he even said, he goes, I think Mark would like that too because Mark
Williams
has ALS.
Yes.
And he said that his lung capacity is like 50% now.
Okay.
And
probably
it struggles when he leans forward on that chest strap. It's hard for him to breathe.
Yeah.
It's hard for him to breathe anyway. So he was thinking that would be good for him. I go, of course it would, and it gives you more shoulder turn. You get no power with just your arms. So this other cart, I can't wait to get it. Hoping to have it this weekend and play next week. And you and I'll get.
Yeah, well, I will say this. So the last time I brought this up at lunch, and I believe it was 2 years ago, and I think my son was with us, Kenny, whatever you want to call him. We played at Redtail, and you shot about a 43, and I had to tee it up, give you the clubs. I had to assist you, which was fine, but you'd smack it about 175, and then you would go into the fairway clubs, and you get it close to the green, and then you 1 to 2 putts, and that was amazing.
As long as I could stand up.
Yeah, and I saw that putt you made on the video from I don't know, 30 feet out or so, and you were like within a foot or so.
That was an extra par.
Yes,
It was the third hole.
yeah,
That
yeah.
he
I saw that.
hit on
Yeah.
the green and two putted, which is pretty cool. But again, it's so difficult, but as long as I can get
Right, get in there.
stood up,
Yeah.
I can
Yeah.
I can hit it. So that's what I'm excited about. This other card I bought. It's totally different than this other one. There is no chest strap. It's one belt. It's an actual cart.
Sure.
It's a one-person cart.
Yeah.
So you drive it, because the other one was very difficult to steer.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you caught some of those towers. There's a few times I
Yeah.
was like
Yeah, I did.
doing donuts and
I
wiped
watched all
wiped
the
out.
videos multiple times where you hit the fairway club, and I mean, you had some nice, clean, crisp hits, and you know.
There were some, but it was very frustrating because it was just nice to be out.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, it was even better to go back in and sit in the grill room, have drinks and bust balls to the guys.
You see all the guys from Avon Oaks.
Yeah, it was really cool. Like, God, I miss this. Now I'm going to be out there every day because this new cart, again, it's you sit in a seat, pull it through all, the seat rotates to the right, and then it lifts you up and stands you.
Yeah.
And that's all I need. And if I can
I
know that I'm going to play better with
yeah.
this. I just
Oh,
didn't know it. I didn't try it yet.
Well, hopefully you'll invite me out to Avon Oaks. And
Yes.
we can play golf.
You said, well, and I will do that. But this cart, I'm buying a trailer too, so I can take it to other courses.
Sure.
And you really technically allowed to play anywhere as far as the Americans with Disability Act.
Now I gotta ask you this: can you go up on the greens? Yeah. You're able to drive on the greens and everything, no issues?
And that was my biggest issue, which I called the manufacturer, Solo Rider.
Sure.
Yesterday and today. And I said, because I talked to the head pro at Avon Oaks about making sure, that the cart is going to be on the greens. Yeah. And they assured me, they said, these are used all over the country. And it's not a regular golf cart. It's a cart, but it's a one-person cart. And the wheels are like rounded, unlike a regular.
Right, so it doesn't.
It's not going to dig into the green.
Yeah.
And the guy said, these carts do less damage to a green than somebody walking on the green. And that's what I told the pro. I'm like, if you want to do some research.
Right, sure.
Because he wanted to run it by the board. But.
Well, I thought there were already people using those carts.
His is different.
Okay. Because it's different. I mean, but engineering wise.
He just wanted. He was really nice because I needed to run it by the board. Sure. And go, okay, just. And the superintendent.
Mm-hmm.
I said, well, let him know. I told him he can talk to the manufacturer. He can. Any questions?
Sure. This isn't their first rodeo.
No. And he even he already is like, we're supportive of this. I don't see a problem.
Right.
He goes, well, I'll take it through the proper channels. But luckily, he goes, I'll have an answer for you by the end of the day.
Right.
I'm like, great.
But in the meantime, you've got guys in the men's grill saying, oh, you are definitely playing golf with this year. Yeah. So, which is good.
It's going to be fun. I can't wait for it. I'm just telling you, I'm so excited though to get this new cart because I'm going to be back. I feel it. I was overly confident with the Hannibal Lecter cart because I couldn't. I was thinking, I'm like, oh, I get it, but now when I know I can move my shoulders, well, then you're done.
Yeah, because that's when you're going to get the power into the swing,
and then I get a handicap established again, and then we go play. I take your money. There you go.
Like you did in the past.
So, our families, wow, we've had so much fun together. Our sons are friends, our daughters are friends, our wives are friends.
Yes.
There's so many stories. So,
can I take over for a second
you
here?
absolutely.
Okay.
I was
All right.
going to say let's start from the beginning, but
So,
you take it.
So, hi. So this goes back. In fact, I would almost like to call this when two worlds collide. Because this goes back. This goes way back to probably the early 90s when I'm trying to think. I was working for Chubb Insurance. I guess what I'm doing is my first, I guess, hearing of this name, Sandy Hahn. So I'm working for Chubb Insurance, and I'm visiting Dawson Insurance. Chubb had a real shaky relationship with Dawson, and my job was the liaison between Chubb and Dawson, trying to get them to do more business with, Chubb and blah, blah, blah. And so I'm meeting with Dave Meyer, and I'm in Dave Meyer's office, and we're talking, and I'm like, well, we want to expand the relationship, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, oh my God, you're not going to believe this. I'm like, what, Dave? He's like, this guy down the hall it's like 9 a.m. and he's already had 6 Diet Cokes. I said, really?
He's
like, yeah. I said, what's his name? He said, Sandy Hahn. And honest to God, I just remember that name. I'm like, it's not an unusual name, but Sandy Hahn, like Benny Hanna or whatever, whatever, it's, so I'm like, oh, okay, Sandy Hahn. So then about the same time period, and you'll get a kick out of this because I haven't shared this with you, I move into a Lakewood duplex and living with, I won't mention his name because he probably doesn't want me to mention his name, but nicest guy in the world. And he was living in the duplex by himself, 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom, and he was looking for a roommate. So I moved in with him. In addition to that, we had some other friends that moved in below us. And one of them was a friend of ours. His name, Scott Evans.
Oh, yeah.
And Scott was madly in love with this fine young lady, Julie Evans.
Julie Priest.
Oh, I'm sorry, Julie Priest.
Now
Julie Priest, yeah. And these guys, nicest guys in the world, I used to keep them up pretty much all night long playing the Doors music. And, But anyway, so fast forward a few years later, you're at the Bay reunion and you're with Scott Evans and Julie Priest, and it's, I guess small world. But then I guess I want to say we were on Washington Way and you were on Jefferson Way. Mm-hmm. Kept hearing about this guy Sandy Hahn.
Here's where the worlds collide.
And
to the chagrin of most of the neighborhood.
Yeah, so I'm like, I remember a Sandy Hahn. I have a weird memory. I remember a Sandy Hahn that drank like 6 Diet Cokes before 9 a.m. I wonder if that's the same guy. And then I met you briefly at a Little League game. Xander was playing, and I think they were playing each other, and you had a cooler, or somebody had a cooler full of water. And I said, maybe next time put a little beer in there. And your response was, I like where your head's at. I'm like, I like that guy,
You should talk more.
Yeah. And then the next time I saw you, and I said, is there beer in it? And you're like, no. I'm like, why not? So then I kept hearing like about you in the neighborhood. And
that's never good.
And I'm trying to think if
Stories.
We were friends with the Beebes and socialized with them, and we were kind of starting to make our way over to that side of the neighborhood. And then I guess it was at Halloween that
that's the way I remember. That was
you stopped by the house and you said, can I get you a drink? And I think I overserved you a little bit.
Well, I don't know, we had starting to talk more.
Yeah, we're running into each other.
And then I was pulling.
You were with Steve, your brother.
Steve was walking along with me, and I was pulling that little wagon like I always did with Isabel when she was young.
Sure.
It was Isabel in a cooler.
Yeah.
And this cooler had
beer.
Had beer in it, full of beer. And then, of course, I had a big old tumbler full of vodka as well. And we're going through the neighborhood, and I venture up to the Slats, and Ken was like, hey, we start yucking up. Come on in. Do you want to grab me? And I just walk in, my brother, my daughter, sending us out. Comes in, he was trying to make a drink, and he pours me.
Like, how much do you want? Because I'm a heavy pour. I'm like, and you wouldn't answer. And I just kept pouring and pouring and pouring. I'm like, oh, okay.
It was a killer. It was a killer drink, and
then we ended up at Middleton's late that night.
I'm sucking down this drink from Sandy. We end up at Middleton's, but like we always do.
On Halloween, John Middleton, he will be on the podcast in a few weeks.
Oh yeah,
he would have a bonfire in his driveway on Halloween. All the kids came over. It was really nice, and
they're playing in the yard, running around, eating candy. All the parents. He's got a little fire pit.
He's got a cooler going.
He's got food and beer, and we're all hanging out, And I had to be
removed.
I had to be removed.
Extrapolated from.
I remember. I don't know if Mary Beth came down and got me. I was making a scene or something.
Yeah, I just remember I got Bob Barefoot, God rest his soul, drove me home that night in his convertible.
So you weren't in much better shape than I was.
No.
So
he drove me home, and that was the first time I really met him, and we had a discussion on the way home, and
he was an interesting individual.
Yeah, we'll leave it at that.
So, but I got home. Mary Beth got me home, and we're in bed, and we're just yelling at her. We're in the neighborhood. You're the kids. You can't be acting like this. Also, so I'm like, all right, I'll start to try and behave more around the kids in the neighborhood. But that was the start of this friendship that soon evolved with lots of lunches,
laughter, and fun, and
long lunches and drinks. And we'd also had met at Hollywood when you were skiing.
Oh yeah.
That was
you were with the Ramics, and
you were with Brian's, and I was like, hey, I think I like this guy. We have drinks, and there was one night we got together. You guys came over. I don't know where we're at, but you and the Brians were leaving, and I was standing on the patio mooning you.
Oh yeah,
smacking my ass.
We were at a charity event. We were at a charity event at one time, and we ordered libos, and I think there were a lot of priests there.
Oh yeah, that was for Andre.
Yeah, that was for what was that event? But anyways, so that moon did come out every now and then.
It was very Catholic,
right? It was a fundraiser,
non-mooning type of event, which of course I broke the mold there. So,
but it was all good. We had fun, and then there's we joined Avon Oaks together.
Oh,
and
that was some funny.
We
stories.
So we were funny stories. So all of us, all of the husbands.
This is back when it wasn't doing so good.
No, and that was when it was the best.
You should see, there's a 50-person waiting list. And
I know.
It's 12:05 to get in.
It's like Bushwood, Caddy Day on Bushwood.
12:05. I'm like, what? So go ahead.
So no, there was a day where so we had, I won't mention any. We had multiple couples. You and Mary Beth, Michelle, and I, and the kids, and it was beautiful, sunny day. 90 degrees, and we're in the pool, and we all have plastic cups, and we all have cocktails in our plastic cups, and we're having a good time. We have the paddle boards that we're resting our drinks on.
There were drink trays.
Yeah.
The kids' paddle boards in the pool. Those were.
Yeah. We sat, and we weren't causing any trouble or anything like that, and
it was pretty innocent. Other than we were drinking a lot.
Yeah,
and
we were having
you-
a good
and
time.
you liked to always were concerned about the music.
Yeah, I did like to
Being
play
loud
my,
enough
yeah,
on
yeah.
that.
I did like my music, but everyone else in the pool seemed to like it as well.
I agree.
Yeah. So, for some reason, I was like the point person, and I don't know why, but I can only imagine why. But I got a letter from Avon Oaks. You violated rule.
Weren't you on the pool committee?
Well, no. We're getting to
Okay,
that.
I'm sorry.
So you violated rule 2209. You are not allowed to have alcoholic beverages in the pool. And I'm like thinking, we had plastic cups. We weren't hurting anybody. We were the only ones
It was
there. We were
innocent.
spending money when the
There was
pool
not
was
a lot of people there.
no. When the country club was
Their
like heading
finances
south,
were not good, and we
I'm like,
are
we're trying to
spending money.
and I'm like, oh dear God, you got to be kidding me, So, like a couple days later, I'm in the pro shop and I'm like looking for, I don't know, a new shirt to wear or something stupid, and the guy, I think he was head of the board of directors, Sawmill Jahari.
Sawmill Jahari.
Nice guy and all that.
He was the president.
Yeah,
for
well, president. Yeah,
a long time.
So all of a sudden he starts walking up to me, and I'm like, oh God, here we go. Get the letter. Now he's gonna start lecturing me. I feel like I'm in grade school here. Being disciplined by a teacher.
Nah, he's good.
And then he comes.
He's a good guy.
Well, let me finish. He comes walking up to me. He's like, Ken, yeah, hey Sawmill, how's it going? I got my tail between my legs, and he's like, I just want to let you know that we do not want to discourage your enjoyment of cocktails in the pool. In fact, we want to encourage it, but we need to change the rules. So by doing so, I need you to join the pool board or something, pool committee or something like that. And it was myself, Matt Slaght, and some other lady who was vehemently against the drinking in the pool.
Always out there with us.
Yeah, exactly. The Slaght, nice people.
Biddy
Matt Slaght, Krista Slaght, and so he's like, you need to join the pool committee, and then vote on it, and we'll go from there. So the pool committee consisted of a committee of 2. And it was a 50-50 vote, and no one could override or change the rule. So then I joined. We took a vote, and we changed the rule.
Tilt the scales.
To this day, that rule.
And I think she ended up leaving.
Yeah. She was a nice lady, but I mean, it was like, this is a country club, and to have a plastic drink.
And they want to make money. We're not, around the place naked, mooning everyone. What?
Well, yeah. But anyway,
been known to do
so
that
we got the rule changed, and we enjoyed it, and we stayed there until I think it was 5 seasons shut down, and then everybody came.
Oh
over.
yeah,
it was
then it became
crowded,
nuts.
So we.
But then I don't know if it had a little lull. It was okay, but now it's booming. They're the best.
Oh yeah. There's a waiting list, and
they changed the golf course.
Yeah,
I mean, it's beautiful.
Yeah. They're putting money back into the place. And,
they've got.
They were almost bankrupt, like you said, probably about the time we all joined. And,
So those were quite good times.
Yeah, those.
And then we had a lot of vacations together. Yeah. He's got a great condo down in Bonita.
Yeah, you came down to visit the one time.
That was a great trip. Yeah. Now didn't you? Is
feeding frenzy? Remember that? The fish going crazy.
Oh, there was a lot of.
And the jump, we all held hands and jumped into the back bay.
That was crazy.
Yeah, Madison was there. Madison, her friend, were there.
Madison and Hallie.
Yeah, Madison and Hallie were there. My whole family: Michelle, Justin, Emmy, and Isabel, Xander, and yeah, it was perfect, a perfect week weather-wise. So yeah, we've had a lot of fun together, and
It's
want to continue it.
yeah, we've I wouldn't say we've grown apart. It's just that the whole neighborhood, people get older, kids get older.
Yeah.
The
Well,
neighborhood's not the same because all the kids are. I miss the neighborhood.
yeah,
It
yeah.
was so fun. We had so much fun, and we partied a lot.
We had a good time with the Ramicks,
Yeah,
the Middletons,
the whole
Craig
crew,
Bedoy, the Beebies,
and we all got along, and we're good.
Bill Bowza's.
That's why I'm looking forward to doing these podcasts.
The Yarns.
With the whole neighborhood.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun. We just got to coordinate it
Oh,
soon.
sure.
But that's why I'm glad we were able to do this, because you're definitely part of the banter with everything with Middle.
John Milton's like the mayor of
he's
northeastern Ohio.
He really is. That'll be amusing. So we will definitely have that coming on soon, and I'm looking forward to golfing again.
Yeah, well, I'm looking forward to golfing with you.
Hopefully, I'll have this car.
Looking forward to golfing with you, getting out there and getting some fresh air.
And I was next, I don't know if it's Wednesday or Thursday. I was planning on going to Lyria with Pete and Maui George with Thad and Chris Price, and I was just gonna ride in the cart, play tunes, smoke a cigar, and bust their balls, and
Sure.
tell them how shitty their golf swings are. and now I think I'm gonna play.
Good.
Assuming this is happening.
Based on what I saw, you could putt. I'll tell you that.
It was difficult in that thing. I'm telling you.
Yeah, you want a different contraption.
This new contraption is going to be a whole different ball game. Once I get my handicap established, I'm going to be pretty dangerous. So, how are we doing on time?
Well, I mean, I just, not to tie this up with a bow, but I'm proud of you.
Well, thank you.
You've been a great friend, and, you have, I'm honestly expecting one day for you to wake up with everything that you're doing, your meditation. I walked in the kitchen, and I didn't tell you this, but I stole some of your blueberries and raspberries because I'm trying to eat healthy myself. But he's got a whole buffet of good food, and I know you're
trying to make me better. She made me yogurt with granola and blueberries.
Yeah.
It's delicious.
Yeah, I applaud your efforts, and it's again. I saw you in February. You rebounded, and I think you're one notch above where you were in February, and I'm absolutely thrilled, and I'd like to give you a little toast.
I appreciate that, buddy. Well, here's
to your health, which you will be.
I ain't dying anytime soon.
No, you're not. You're not.
I'm living. I'm
Don't
beating
want
this
you to.
disease. I feel great. I can't wait to do more, and I'm going to golf more. I'm going to ski this winter.
Yeah, and I'm going to be right there with you.
My buddy Pat Shea has a house in Telluride. He's in Denver, Telluride. He comes to Cleveland a lot. He'll be here soon. A company he is an investor in is in Beechwood. So he comes to Cleveland a lot.
Telluride, that's
pretty high.
Yeah,
that's high class.
You're not fooling around.
Shit.
Yeah, exactly.
And we were talking the other night. So I'm talking about golf. I'm like, I want to try and ski too. He goes, my kids volunteered and helped handicapped people ski because I have the whole thing set up. Just get your ass out here. And he sent me these Telluride Active Sports of how they help handicapped people. I thought in the wintertime there's no way I'd even function in the snow and the ice. It's horrible. Now, if I need a wheelchair in the snow and ice. Now, the event fundraiser again is for me to get a motorized wheelchair.
Sure.
So that independence, and once I can do that to get through snow and ice, I have to put some like
Now, who are you going to for the
traction on
wheelchair?
National Seating and Mobility
Okay.
is a company that Chris
'Cause I-
Laporte.
Okay. So Chris Laporte's got it covered. Okay.
He hooks up with them,
Okay.
and so it's moving along. So, but if I can do that, then obviously I need somebody to get me out thing, get me into, because it's like a sled, the handicap skiing,
Sure.
and then each arm is like a ski, and you just go down the hill. It's not gonna take me long. I used to be a really good skier.
Well, you've always been very. I remember one time we were at your house and you were doing like these, like Michelle was there. You were doing like these yoga poses, and Michelle was like, "How the hell are you able to do that?"
Well,
And I was like, "I'm not even trying that." That's when you were, a few years back.
when
I
I was like,
yeah,
dude.
your core was solid.
I was fat. Let's just
No.
call it
No. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying your core
I
was.
was rotund.
Yeah, but you were like able to do this weird stuff, like
I was
physically. I'm
pretty.
like,
Yeah, I was pretty strong.
yeah.
And so, but I want to learn how to ski on these things, and I'm telling you, I want to go on the Paralympics, and I'm going to win a gold medal or something.
Yeah. I believe you. I honestly believe you, and I know you're. I mean, it's been impressive what you've accomplished over the last 3 years or so.
I appreciate that. It's the journey. It's just getting started, as far as I'm concerned.
That's awesome. That's the quote of the day. The journey is just getting started.
And it's been a rough one
Yeah, I know it
today,
has.
but now I never stopped believing I could get here, and I'm doing it, and I can't wait to keep going and living. I can't wait for us to do more podcasts on neighborhood. I can't wait to hang out with you
I want to play some golf, brother.
more often, my friend.
Yeah.
We'll do that.
Absolutely.
Mr. Ken Slaght, thank you, everyone. We'll see you soon.
All right.
Okay. Thanks, Ken.
Thanks, Sandy, for letting me participate.
Absolutely. Take care. Bye.
Bye.